is Stephanie with stampwithstephanie.com, and this is the second project in my 2015 Freaky Friday Halloween series. And it's just this cute little baker's box that you can fill with candy. So to get started, you're going to need a couple of sheets of designer series paper, and these measure 6 by 6 1/4. And the important thing on this is if you have a directional print like I have here, you want it to be taller. So this would be the 6 1/4 by 6, because we are using the baker's box Thinlits, and this is what those look like. They come, there's a lot of different shapes that come with it, and we're going to use the main baker's box die, and it's got to be a little bit taller than it is wide for this to fit on here, and you don't want to cut it sideways and your directional print be sideways. So we're going to use the main die, and then we're also going to use this little starburst die. You'll need 2 box pieces, so we're going to cut out the first one, the big shot, just normally. So let's put the magnetic plate, one of the clear plates, your paper, your die face down, and then another clear plate on top. And then just run that through. Okay. Then your second one, you're going to do exactly the same way. Get your paper. Except we are going to put the little starburst right in this square right here. Okay. We'll run that through. So now, with that run, we have our baker's box, but then we also have our little starburst, and we're going to use that for part of our embellishment with just the other side of the designer series paper. All right, so after you've got these cut out, go ahead and fold on all of the score lines. So next you're going to want to put a little bit of tear and tape on these 2 flaps right here. You'll also want to do that on the other side. And you'll remove the backing on this first one and line it up with this side that doesn't have the adhesive. Put those together, and then you'll put the other side together. Okay, so now these side pieces should, the triangle should kind of tuck in. It won't really all come together until you get the bottom put together, and you're not supposed to have to use any adhesive on the bottom. You might want to, just especially if you're putting something heavy in it, and this always confuses me because it's a little bit of a puzzle. There we go. Yep, that's right. So I would probably put, if I was going to put candy or something heavy in here, I'd probably put a little bit of tear and tape on those two flaps right there. All right, so now it's together. One thing I forgot to do is you probably want to cover this hole with either a window sheet or some vellum. So I have a 2x2 piece of window sheet cut, and I'm just going to use glue dots in the corners. And so of course this would be easier to do if you do this before you put the box together, but if you don't, no big deal. You just pop that in just like that. So now you do want to fill it with candy before you staple it shut. And what I've done is, of course, we have our starburst piece from our center of the box. But then I've also used another framelit. This is the Boo to You framelit, and it actually matches another one of our stamp sets. But I use a little Boo framelit to cut out a piece of black glitter paper. And then I'm just going to apply that right on top of there with our fine tip glue pen. That takes a second to dry, but once it's dry, use a small, I think this is a 1/16 inch circle punch, and punch a hole at the top of your embellishment. We're going to use linen thread, and I cut a bigger piece than I need just to be on the safe side. You'd rather have too much than not enough. And I put the two ends together and threaded them through that hole. This is what happens when you don't let your glue dry. Okay. And then just tie a bow. You want to leave a tail just really however long you want that to hang down, probably about like this. Once your bow's tied, trim off the ends, and then use the stapler to both staple your embellishment on the box and to close up the box at the same time. So I just ran out of staples. Great timing, but actually it might be a good time for me to show you how to refill, just as a side note, how to refill the stapler, because when I first got this, I kept trying to open it like this and couldn't get it opened, and I finally figured out you do this. You rotate the bottom piece all the way up, and now you can open this like a normal stapler. And then you just fill it like you would expect. And then you just bring this bottom piece back around like that. So now let me try this again. There we go. All right, so there you have it. It's a cute, simple, fun little Halloween candy box to give away as treats. Please check back with me because I have some more Freaky Friday Halloween projects coming up over the next few weeks. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks.